how do you like get inspired or like get motivated when you're going through a tough time?
Good question. Um, Motivation for me is something that changes constantly, and I will say I was fortunate in my career to be motivated often. Tessa and I kind of had this relationship where I felt like I would do anything for her, and I know she felt the same way. That was my motivator, my biggest motivator in my career. At the beginning of my career, many of you know this, but when Tessa came into my life, we weren't skating together. We were just at the club, and she was 2 years younger than me, and she was probably, well, maybe not a foot shorter, but she was shorter than me, 2 years younger than me, and a way better jumper and a way better skater. And so when we started skating together, my only motivation was to not get shown up by this little girl. And then soon after, that changed into, oh my God, we're on the same team. And she puts her heart and soul into this, and I'm not going to be the one who lets her down. And my darkest times of like not depression, I won't say, but lack of confidence came from me not thinking I'd be able to hold up my end of the bargain. So that was a huge thing for me. But when we're going through moments of motivation or self-confidence where it's lacking, one of the biggest things we do is have open communication about it. Tessa and I, we had each other, and that's a huge thing. That single skater, I always say that communication's with their coach, and that feeling is with their coach. And that can be your on-ice coach, your mental coach, but you need to talk about it. Thinking something in your head is very different than saying it out loud and hearing yourself say it out loud. So when we had a problem or someone wasn't motivated, we started to realize it was okay to say that out loud. So there would be days, and I think people would be surprised to hear this, when I would come into the rink or Tess would come into the rink and just be like, I don't feel like doing this today. And then I'd be like, oh God, me neither. It's some Friday in May and the sun is shining. It's beautiful. But then we would look at each other and be like, okay, but if we want to win the Olympics, we need to make this happen. And then we kind of start again and build up. And then what can we get done? And then all of a sudden we're kind of on the ice and things fall into place. So I'd say the biggest thing is to discuss it, to bring it out into the open, and then just be honest with yourself. It doesn't mean that you're being a negative person. You start there and recognize it, give it its moment, and then you move on to the next part.